Hey y'all, before we start the episode, it's your boy Desla. So, I got some sad news. Unfortunately, I will be taking a indefinite hiatus / quitting from the game. Reason being will be gone into later in the pod, but yeah, I will not be playing myself personally. However, I will in fact be keeping up still with Gabe and all proceedings involving it going forward, so don't worry about that. I'll still be informed and all that for any kind of commentary for the actual podcast going forward, so don't worry about that. But yeah, without further ado, go the episode.
It's Vanderball. Oh wait, fuck, bro. I'm a fuck. I don't like doing intros, bro.
No, you're
Okay.
good. I'll do another countdown for
No,
you,
no.
and then you'll start.
Here. Yo, it's Vanderball. Welcome to the Rising Rush podcast. Lock in. A lot of yapping's gonna go on.
All right, welcome to the Rising Rush podcast, where we talk everything Dragon Ball Legends related, such as news, meta, hot takes, you name it. I am your host, A-Town, alongside our co-hosts, Opsto, Desla, and Glow. We got our special guest here tonight. He's got over 4,000 followers spread between multiple social media platforms, including TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch. He's gone God rank multiple times. He also streams Legend and Dokkan content, and he is the honored one. Please welcome Vanderball. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Yeah, the one consistency between my TikTok and Twitch is the Gojo shit.
For sure. But let's go ahead and kick things off with the weekly reset as of the 2nd of October. First things first, we've got the new Ultra Rising Planetary Invade featuring the Ultra Turles. It's currently going live and it's going to be going through the 14th of October. We'll talk more about that, of how his kit and his overall impact to the meta. We've got a Dragon Ball Superhero pickup banner that has also dropped. That's going to be going on through the 17th of October. Hard skip. We've also got monthly Chrono Crystal sale resets. So if you want to get that additional 3800 CC, by all means do that. You can do that up to 3 times along with some additional materials. We've got a free-to-play Super Saiyan 3 Goku that went live as well. That event is going to be going up to the 23rd of October. Co-op has also reset with a new unique equipment for the Majin Buu saga. So if you want to dive in there, please do. We've got a PvP reset for a superhero duel theme. That begins and it's going through the 15th of October. We've got the Super Gold Rush to collect some more, Zenny in the game. That's going on through the 9th of October. We've also got our Adventures Reset, theme being a spooky and sweet grand adventure. That's going to be going on through October the 30th, probably for the Halloween theme. And then also we're going to be doing some catch up since we didn't have our episode last week, talking about the Lord Slug equip to see, if it's good or hard skip. And we'll also be touching on the Zenkai Yellow Bardock that also dropped last week. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about the break overall, because we didn't have, an episode last week. And that was because I was on vacation and such. Me and my girl have been planning this out for quite some time earlier in the year. And, we've been together for about 4+ years now. So, we went out to Massachusetts, had a good time, and your boy got on one knee. And she said yes. So, I'll be getting married sometime soon in the near future.
Congratulations, dude. That's huge.
Thanks, bro. I mean, we did that shit in like a haunted house in Ropes Mansion. So, it's definitely a memorable experience for sure. As for me being a brother out there, I was not a fan. But hey, they had clam chowder. Hey, I'm keeping it real, man. Like, there ain't a lot of us out there.
Fuck all that haunted shit, man. Fuck all that haunted shit.
Yep.
Yeah, bro, they can keep that stuff, bro. I'm not doing that.
I mean, it was hella spooky Halloween theme and stuff. Like, it was white girl central. I'm telling you, everybody was out there with their witch hats and everything under the sun. They black cats, but hey, it was cool. I had a good food and we had our little grand time, even though it was only about 4 days or so. But we are back on it in the grind. Let's talk more about this campaign, though. We're pretty much at the tail end of the movie saga campaign. Glow, we're going to start off with you because I feel like every banner they keep dropping just deletes your CC account. What is your overall take of this campaign? Was it worth it? Was it a hard sleep? What was your overall take?
I ain't gonna lie to you, Turles probably say this whole campaign. Broly was a fumble because Broly did not have a team around him. Goku, Piccolo, and Garlic were cool, but it was very obvious they was more so supporting cast members than the main guys. Riku was in a boat where it was very obvious he wanted a specific type of unit around him, and that unit did not exist. And Turles, somehow, they made a they made a blue unit that can be built. I was saying this, and I pointed this out too. I said it's kind of I really hate the fact that I wasted. It almost felt like I wasted money on GB getting him 14 stars.
Mm,
And I was saying that like it really sucks that they're making a strike and blast version of movies. I really would have loved if movies had like a unit like Purple Cell,
mm.
the second LF one that's like strike and blast based. That can be both either way. And that's really what Turles is. You can build them blast based, you can build them strike based. And essentially, Turles allows for Turles single handedly makes every unit this celebration and investment. Now
Interesting.
he makes them all not worth it. I'm happy.
That's good because I mean, we were all in shock when they did the reveals and stuff, and they released the whole Turles Corp, but we didn't have the main head honcho. So I'm glad they finally dropped them to kind of complete the package, so that way people can actually make a team around it. But what about you, Desla? What was your overall take of the campaign as well? Because I mean, I know you're a Sun Family main as well. Did Triku save it for you, or did you expect more?
For me personally, in terms of where I stand with it, I'm kind of in the same boat as Glow, to where, I mean, prior to Turles dropping, like, it really just was a genuine question of, like, trying to wrap your head around what the hell the devs are doing. Because it just seemed like they kept flopping back and forth between what they actually wanted to do for movies. They want to make a stripe base, and they want to make a blast base. They didn't have a consistent vision in mind, and now we finally have a better idea of the entire product before our eyes, because now we have the cherry on top with Ultra Turles, to where now we're having a bit of a better understanding as to what they intended. Regardless of that, though, I do think that it's a matter of where, unfortunately, we should have had an issue where, of all characters, Z Broly was like negligible for a release. Like, you would think that one of, if not the more popular villains of the entire IP, would actually have respect put on his name when he gets a premium unit for the first time, like, ever. I mean, barring the Ultra, but we don't talk about the Ultra. It's unfortunate because of the fact that, personally, like, I'm in the boat where I can go back and forth, like, on a dime almost, for what kind of role I prefer between Super and Z. Both have their pros and cons, but I do in fact believe that what they did to start this off, just, I can't help but have that leave a bad taste in my mouth for the overall product that we got for the campaign in general. And, you know, I mean, I could say if I want to that this is definitely, with the entire campaign laid out before us now, a bit on the higher end as far as episode campaigns are concerned, but that also comes with the benefit of it being easily the longest that we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
it's
shit never ended.
I ain't gonna front. It kind of just dragged out. But I gotta interject here. Like, the Z Brawly is not terrible, right? Like, he's good and he's really good at sniping units. It's just he just needs some partners.
He just
you know,
has no impact at all. Period.
Hold on. I'll interject. I think Tesla's 50% right on that. I think essentially Garlic Jr. and Turles, they both support for Broly, and he actually does like pretty solid. I think the thing though is that how many times do you actually see a high star Broly though?
mine. I got him 14.
All right, relax. Don't flex this shit. Like outside of like in it, like running into rank PvP, you almost never see a high star Broly. I think people have to like if you're going to judge some of these LFs, like, and you should be doing this for also every LF. I see people post like, "Oh, this LF's ass." My nigga, you just one shot a 3-star. That's not a fucking flex. Like, for real. Like, if it was 9 stars on a good setup, then I'm gonna take you seriously. If not, shut up.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But what about you, Vander? What's your take on this overall movies campaign? Did it kind of meet your expectations? Are you excited that Triku has been added so that way it could be added to your Sun Family team? What was your overall take on it?
Honestly, I mean, I dipped after a little while after Part 3 of Anniversary. The game was it was the same match it was the same game every time you queued. Same, like, several teams. UG4 on lead of whatever they want them to be on. Boo Saga, UG4 on lead of Boo Saga, Fusions. It was just constant. It was the same team. There's a lot of variance now. I mean, obviously my favorite character is Ultra Gohan, and I wanted to be able to run him. Billy's gas of Triku got me to open the game and summon for him, and didn't really play that much yet then. But with like Turles, like Gohan got coverage with Triku, but now he has a purpose. Like you have a reason to run a green unit now. So he's like, I mean, made the game a lot more fun for me.
That's good.
Been enjoying it a lot. The meta is just diverse. It's really fun. A lot of really good teams to run right now.
I can say, like, I don't know if I would say it's the most diverse we've ever seen, but there's definitely a lot of good viable tags that people are able to run and do somewhat successful with. I mean, even androids can still put in that work, right, Opsto?
Yeah,
No,
they're not like a top team or anything.
It's not.
But if you're good enough, you can still perfectly run them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I
can
feel
get
like Turles
right.
had to have really hurt it though. Turles had to have really hurt that team.
I have the perfect counter though.
Oh, here we go.
I'm ready to hear
Here we
it.
go.
What's the counter to Turles?
All right. I'm gonna be so real. When I saw this damage number, I was crying. This damage number was 8.6 million off of a card. This was the original Green 16.
I knew it.
The original.
Alt.
I knew it. Self-destruct.
No, not the old. The
Awaken,
self-destruct.
Self-destruct.
The reason why he's such a big counter is that comeback can't proc off a self-destruct.
Yeah.
So you can just one-shot him, and keep in mind, with the unique equip that 16 got, you're locking him in with that like self-destruct.
So he can't escape. It's over.
No, Turles is just fucked.
Okay.
It makes sense. It technically works.
And once Turles is out, like the rest of the match is easy.
This is how far Android's players have fallen.
Man, I'm having fun. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters, though. You gotta have fun with
Like,
the
bro,
game.
True.
Bro, I got 92k saved right now, so whenever they release a new unit, I'll be fine.
It's gonna happen at some point. Like the future meta is coming. They're gonna either drop like another 17, 18, another perfect cell or something, and then I'm gonna be open arms for all of the future buffs and Gaki buffs. That's probably gonna be dropping.
Future go on Zenkai.
I mean, it's overdue. It's about that time as well.
Nah, they're gonna hold off on FG Zenkai as much as they can. FG is an anomaly of a unit, man. He has like for when he released, people said like this is a really good unit for like an LF.
Mm-hmm. And then he's got his plat equip too that gave him a resurgence. Now they just gotta give him that Zenkai, get his stats up, and he's ready. He's ready to go.
Dude, I cannot pull copies of that man. I pulled one copy of him on the Triple Z Power Fest, Z Power 7 for the Zenkai. It's so.
Even with all the other banners that have dropped, like
I didn't even pull a copy on Ultra Gohan's ban.
But going back to the overall movies campaign, Obsto, what's your take on this? Do you think that it has brought some more interest into fleshing it all out, or was this a big snooze fest? I know for you, you're an Android maid, so you're not summoning for anything.
Yeah, there was nothing. I was hoping for a 13 because I unironically thought that that the two best units they could have come out with was super anti-meta, and it could have been a cooler or a 13 because they could both fit that role. But we got Turles, and Turles is a fantastic release, and Turles single-handedly saved the entire celebration. Because I'm gonna be so for real. Broly was not it. Of course, if you can play him well, you have him high stars, he's okay, but he's not gonna be like the most impressive unit ever. Goku and Piccolo are still very good. Garlic is by far the better unit of them, though. Especially when paired with Turles. But other than that, it was pretty much a snooze fest considering Mr. Boring Zenkai Yellow Bardock happened.
Yeah, and then the Lord Slug equip that drop, which we'll briefly touch on those on.
At least that equip is a little interesting. Bardock isn't.
It's cool. Bardock is dog shit.
So then we'll go ahead and treat that as our next segue. Let's go ahead and talk about this Bardock here. He dropped...
I'd rather sell the Zenkai for rare metals. It's useless.
What about his single stat buff? I mean, he's giving what? Strike attack, 38%? That's good, right?
My ass.
But I mean, people were saying on Twitter that since his one stat Zenkai or one stat Z ability is bad, his kit would save him for him to be runnable. Did it save him?
It did not. It did not, bro. That's a Zenkai. They don't care about these units like that.
What does he even do? Like, okay, he's got a normal strike, normal blast. His blue card does major, so they didn't upgrade it to massive, so it's already a hard miss. Green card, restores health by 10%, ki by 35, cancels on attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions, and it gives allies 20% damage inflict for its 15 timer counts. That's okay. Main ability, He gets the blue card, restores health by 20, ki by 50, 40% damage inflicted by 3 timer counts cannot be canceled, and inflicts no switching for 3 timer counts. Only for 3 timer counts, okay. Yeah, I don't want to read this anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have to, man. Just stop it. Save yourself.
All right, so, but we'll go around and we'll start off with you, Desla. You like Sun Family. I guess he wouldn't be considered Sun Family, but is he DOA? Is Bardock DOA?
He's ass.
Like no use, not even like a third or fourth or fifth option for movies or for Sun Family or for hybrid. Well, not hybrids, but for like Saiyans, not even that.
No.
All right, moving on. Glow. Is he ass or is somewhat of his kit salvageable? Is there anything viable about this unit?
I ain't gonna lie. He's so ass. It's the type of ass where, like, I'm not even going to use that metaphor. I was about to say it. Wow, that metaphor. He's dog shit. I'm not even going to say it. He's dog shit.
Oh, man. What about you, Vander? Have you checked out his kit or ran into him?
I mean, yeah, the 3 times I played against him, he's just a nothing unit, nothing Zenkai. Like, why did they even do it? He's not even a good bench, bro. 1Z ability.
1Z ability.
He's not even a good bench, bro.
Man.
I don't see the vision.
I don't see it either. And what about you, Opsto? Final take. Straight ass? Snooze fest. My gosh. Well, that did it. We're moving on. Let's go ahead and talk about this Lord Slug equip. Okay. Glow, since your movie's made, have you dibbled and dabbled into this equip? Have you farmed for it? What's your take on it?
I fucking hate. I don't like farming these 1% plats because it is a bitch to do.
Mm-hmm.
But he's alright. I give them their props. He's alright. Like, obviously the stat boosts are cool. What it actually gave him essentially was anytime he gets a Dragon Ball, he draws like 2 cards, heals, key, and gets cover null.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool with what his kit does. The problem is no cover change, no modern mechanics. The cover null is cool, but it's like they're choosing. I hate what they're choosing for a lot of these 1% plats. They're choosing the Zenkais that don't have, like, if I'll be so honest with you, if the 1% unit does not have a cover change, don't give them 1% plat.
I agree with
Just
that.
don't.
I mean,
just don't.
Like, yeah, I mean, I've used that Ultra Super Saiyan 2 go on enough to. I completely agree with you. Or not Ultra, the purple one.
The purple one, yeah.
It's like if you at least had a cover change, I could use you as like a normal pivot option like every other unit. But you don't. You don't have one.
And like
unless you on cover change are doing stuff like nuking key, like the OG yellow full power Frieza. That's one of the only units without a cover change. I'd be completely all right with they just, if he doesn't even have a cover change. You give him a 1% plot, I wouldn't even be mad.
And people use him too, because like I remember when he first dropped, he was doing a bunch of stuff, especially with his blue card. Like he was doing some work.
Yeah, the OG 1%, because you could change his green into blue, and it's like it was solid. I remember he was part of that really annoying team people ran, yellow, blue.
But overall, it seems that this Lord Slug is just a beat stick, and it looks like his plat equip or his unique equip kind of helps lean towards that by giving him the cover null every time he gets a Dragon Ball. Is that right?
Yeah.
We'll move on to you, Vander. Have you ran into this unit in PvP, or has he done enough damage to make him a slight option for regen or movies?
I mean, like, his Zenkai is regen, right?
Yeah, I believe it is
blue regen, yep. Double offense.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, the one time, like, I think I fought him maybe like a small handful of times, no more than 4. But it's during Proud on regen. He's there. Does Zenkai buff Kit Buu, which is great. He's on the second team. Cool animations. His strike attack animation is cool, but I mean, not really an issue. It just, I mean, an option, I guess. A Zenkai buff for the best unit on regen, or I mean, maybe Omega's better, but at this point, but he's an option, which is I think enough when it comes to these things.
Yeah. So it looks like it's only viable in like Proud mode. Like you're not running him in traditional PvP at all.
Perhaps absolutely not.
Gotcha. And then what about you, Opsto? Should people who main regen or movies even attempt to get this equipped?
If you have Turles and you have Kid Buu, there's no reason unless you're playing like Proud mode because again, he hits absurdly hard. For some reason, they just decide to make him hit absurdly hard. That's all he's really got. His green card's good, but other than that, like, you're just using him to hit really, really, really hard for some reason.
Yeah. And also looking at, like, you know how they have like the different tags where it says like pass the baton or baton passer or slow starter or whatever the case may be. For Lord Slug's Zenkai, it just says slow starter. Like, that's all he has for like listing out his abilities and effects, which is funny. But what about you, Desla? Do you believe that this guy is even runnable even in proud mode, or is it not even worth wasting erasers for this unique equip?
He's a novelty. That's about it.
You know, I really thought they were going to release like another Lord Slug or something. I mean, we were in need of a, you know, Super 13. We could have got any other movie villain, but I mean, Turles is good too. We haven't had a lot of representation besides him being a hero unit and the older like 1% sparking. So that's also pretty cool. So let's move on to this new weekly stuff, which is the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. It seems like he's a purple unit, and he is not a Saga from the movies unit. He's actually Majin Buu Saga. We'll start off with you, Desla, since you're the Sun Family main. Have you tried to farm for this unit yet, or used them at all?
Oh, what, the 3Q?
Yep.
Oh, he dropped after I dropped the game, bro.
Oh, well. Well, that's a scratch. Well, I mean, have you checked out his kit at all, or just hard pass?
I skimmed it, and I saw no cover null, and I closed the kit.
That makes sense.
He's real. He's real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, he's a support unit, which, you know, it seems like he's following the same trend where you can run him with each team, so strike or blast base, which is interesting. Glow, what's your take on this overall unit? Have you used them or test them out or anything like that?
I'll be so honest with you. Man, this unit's a bum. He's cool. Like, he's cool. He's cool. But we don't care. We do not care. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's cool, but we do not care.
Like, this free-to-play unit doesn't even seem like he's a viable option at all. I mean, regular strike, regular blast.
You can do, like, one of my boys, he's running a SS3 team. It's a cool, like, early season team. Well, that's all he's really there for. But it's more so that it's not what he's doing, it's what he represents. Which essentially is the devs telling us next month is Buu Saga campaign.
I feel like we were just there.
We were.
Yep. Bro, we
need more. Definitely.
Bro, right after Annie, we did a shit ton of movies campaigns and a shit ton of Majin Buu Saga campaigns. At this point, we're still in fucking Annie.
Yeah, feels like it. But, like, what's the devs thinking here? Like, I want to know, are they still going with that philosophy where they're just throwing a dart at the wall and it just keeps landing on Majin Buu Saga and movies? Or they're actually having, like, meetings and different, you know, thoughts and decisions of, okay, I think it would be really good to release another unique equip for the Majin Buu Saga, which, I mean, their teams are already stacked anyways. We got to make sure that fusing Vegito is as strong as he needs to be. Like, what is the thought process of that?
There clearly was, like, a vision for this year where they were standing 2 feet down on business saying, you know what? They're clowning on us because every time we try to make a Saga team viable, we fucking bomb. We suck ass at doing it.
That's not movies. That's not movies.
Again, barring movies, because that's like every fucking thing ever. That doesn't count. But anyway,
yes, sir.
The problem is that they made it to where they made Buu Saga so good for the anniversary to where it was basically being force-fed down everyone's throats to where you literally could never not queue into it during the Buu Saga, like during primetime anniversary queue time. And I mean, good God, you can see the clear bias that was their intent when you look at that one plat they dropped, I think Defiant Gohan or some shit. Dude, you compare that to like the Turles Crusher Core shit that they got, it's insulting. It's
bro,
like,
Turles
it's like, dude,
is good, bro.
Best equip I've ever seen, I think. So
I'll never understand their thought process on just why would you make your bias that blatantly obvious? You could at least like find a way to be more covert about it, but I mean, like, dude, at this point, if you've been playing for any reasonable, like, you know, lengthy amount of time, you can pick up on the fact that the devs clearly have like a love and admiration for certain characters, while other ones they could give two shits about. Like, I just, I don't know. I really don't understand the thought process and think that's healthy for the game when you have such a diverse cast of characters to work with for an IP like Dragon Ball, that you think it's somehow a good idea to go on ahead and have, like, you know, these devs who clearly have shrines dedicated towards certain characters be in charge of making who's good and who isn't. Like,
Bro,
I don't know.
it's so bad. Like the perfect. I remember Rush was talking about in this video. He said the perfect example that shows to you the devs have a problem, and a very big problem with bias, is three characters: every Gohan, every 17, and every Broly.
Not every.
Not every Broly. That red Broly. I mean, I don't know.
Hold on. The last time we had, like, the only two Brolys that never got fumbled were OG Purple DBS Broly and OG Blue Z Broly on release. DBS Broly was so good on release that they hold him on Zenkai. Ultra Broly got hold because, one, if you had a high star rep on you, low key didn't need to run him. Two, he had a lifespan of like 3 months because Ultra GB dropped. They hold him. They hold almost, and like, when was the last time you said confidently, "Wow, this is a cracked Broly that's a definite top 3"?
You were saying the opposite of what I thought you were saying.
A Broly, like, you see how, like, they hate a Broly versus every single 17 in this game has been good. Mind you, when we had balance changes, Desla and also gonna remember this. Purple 17 was one of the only units to ever be good after a balance change.
Bro, I'm gonna be so for real. Like, after that 17 got a balance changed, I loved him so much that I was unironically pretty angry they made Evil 21 purple.
Oh yeah, same here, because I liked that 17. That was one of the first units I ever pulled. I was like, I fuck with this unit. But I'll give you a perfect example. MVP 17. The way he works, they made every unit like him shit, except for the Gohan, the Ulton. You see the issue here.
Yeah, bro, we eat. I'll take it.
Man.
And that 17 is gonna be 2 years old soon.
Yep.
Oh my god. I fucking hate, bro. The devs need to chill out with their fucking body. Like, look at how they do Vegeta's, bro.
Vegeta's the dumpster fire, bro.
That's
I support the agenda, to be honest, so I'm not going to complain about that.
Whoa, come on now, dog.
real quick. Let's compare that red Vegeta Clan plat to the Boo Saga plat.
Like, bro, you see shit like that? Like, come on now. Come on. They might as well just giving Vegeta Clan a whole ass plat like that Boo Saga plat. Because we know y'all not, like, devs, like, Toshi, look me in my eye, my nigga, you don't give a fuck about Vegeta. You don't care about these units. Like, let's keep it $150. You don't need to lie to us. You don't need to show up to battle hour saying, "Oh, I like this. No, you don't. This is PR work. We're familiar with your game. If you don't like it, just say it.
Well, someone's got to sway his decisions to buff up Vegeta Clan to make them more viable, and hopefully viable more than just like 30 days or something like that, because it's not a good look.
I really hope that at some point down the line, we get like an LF18 from when she broke Vegeta's arm.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And we just get a Vegeta with a broken arm as a 1%.
You're asking for too much, dog.
The background is literally him holding his arms, screaming into.
Bro, that would be hilarious. You know it.
It would.
That'd be my favorite Vegeta unit.
If they do that, I think every Vegeta Clan main's gonna quit. All 3 of them.
All of them.
Good. Bye.
They're on the verge of going into full blown sparking. That'll actually, break the dam. That'll break the camera.
And at this point, it's only Joku. This nigga ZVG said, "Fuck Vegeta Clan."
Yeah, there's no.
Only good Vegeta Clan units. Only good Vegeta Clan units also have the Sun Fam tag.
Yep.
Bro,
Bro, Vander, you're forgetting about Angel Vegeta, whose purpose is to buff up Goku's.
that's true.
Wait till his Zenkai drop.
Yeah.
And more Goku buffs.
Toshi said only good Vegeta's a dead Vegeta.
Yup.
Angel Vegeta.
That's what I'm saying.
Give him the best death buffs. Well, speaking of death buffs, this Super Saiyan 3 Goku has actual death buffs, but that's still not enough to make him a viable unit to run, I'm assuming, right?
Nope.
I mean, Bula is better. Support-wise.
Yep.
I look at his kit. Bula just seems better. I mean, she's off boost, but I mean...
All right, but Bula is one of the better support units for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
even
she
for
has
GT,
Saiyan tag too.
We'll go ahead and just hard skip the Super Saiyan 3 Goku because I mean, let's face it, it's just novelty. If you want CC or whatever the materials that are in the exchange shop related to this unit, have at it. But for top rank PvP, you're not gonna be doing well when you're running against, you know, the Majin Buu teams, the movie teams, and so on and so forth. So just be prepared for that. Now let's move on to the cream of the crop. This Turles that has just been decimating, even though it's only been a couple of days. What are we, day 3, day 4 of his actual release? He is putting in God's work. So first off, Glow, how many stars you got this unit?
I got him 8 stars, and I'm not going back into the banner.
What's his defense stats at 8 stars for you?
Let me check. I remember it's like don't quote me. I was about to say 180.
It might be 180, matter of fact. Check. Because at 1 star, I only got him 1 pull. He's at this is fully soul boosted, by the way. 171 double defenses. And he's still tanking.
170. Yeah, 170. I haven't even arts boosted him yet.
Okay, so that's plus 13. So then he'll be at 180, somewhere around there for you.
14 stars, he'll be... Yeah, 14 stars, he's got like 200k to both, about 200k to both defenses. Yeah, like... Oh boy, this is a fun unit. I can't even lie to you. This unit single-handedly saved this celebration, man. This man, like, so I'm not gonna lie. When I first read his kit, I didn't like him because my mind, when I was reading the kit, my mind was like, so like he only procs to get like. When I first read it, I was like, why is he consuming the gauge like this? Like, oh, this is one time, whatever. Like, this is not really doing much. And then my friend explained to me essentially that how it works, and we see now in practice, is whenever he comes into entry, he has certain certain things activate his gauge and consume it, and then it activates additional effects. So like if you use a strike into a green, that's already minus 40 key to your opponent. You do a strike into a green off a cover change, that's minus 60 key. You do a cover change into a blue, that's minus 40 key. Like, oh my, I love this Turles, man. Like, essentially, this man is tanky. He has almost equal strike and blast stats, so you can build him for strike setups. You can build him for blast setups.
What are they? What are they, real quick?
The strike setups?
His stats.
His stats, it's like less than 1,000 difference.
No, like are they like 258, 260? Like
they're high 260s, like 262, 263 for strike and blast.
That's good.
Strike and blast are his strike and blast are 264 for strike and 266 for blast.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you can
definitely, that's good, especially for a defense type with that high defense stats.
Yeah, and like the fact that like he's constantly debuffing them every time they hit him with a card, it's like 10% damage. Receive for what, 10 counts? If I remember correctly. Either it's 10 or 15. Let me see. Yeah. Is it? Oh no, 10 for 15. Yeah, it's 10 for 15. Like this Turles heals a lot. He's tanky. Oh, I'm telling you right now, his comeback single-handedly guarantees he's gonna age well. That is probably this is 10 times more toxic than Frieza's comeback ever was. Taking your vanish, bucking up your card costs, bucking up your key, stealing your rush. You can't do shit. You gotta either swap or pray your opponent is stupid and they blast while you tackle. That's all you can do.
I disagree.
You gotta pray on stupidity or you have options. And the only way you're immune to it a bit, because mind you, reduces your key. The only way you're truly immune is if like you've already popped UG4 ult and you have like the anti-key reduction buffs up. That's the only way I can see that you can do it. That you can that the comeback doesn't hurt you and it gives you another way out. Because other than that, you have to either switch out if you have a swap or you're fucked. Because they just strike off, you can't do shit. Because your rush is sealed. You got there's no options. That's why last man standing, if they still got a chance for a comeback, just forfeit. You lose.
Unless you have a unique gauge that kind of like counters, similar to like UG4 or I guess Ultra Gohan can possibly fight against that.
Yeah, they have their gauges too, but to assume you're gonna have that, That at that point, last man standing. Come on now.
I mean,
Any
yeah.
good Gohan player is gonna have his gauge.
You're gonna have if they burn
Mhm.
through and any good player is gonna be like, all right, bet. Let me burn through your gauges.
Well, I mean, yeah, I just don't if I let you use a few blasts and then I swap. I don't let my gauges go. Unless I have a blue. If I have a blue, then I'm gonna obviously hit it for the damage. But
But I mean, like the fact that this unit procs its comeback, which mind you, they might as well just call it a revive. They probably just didn't call it a revive just so fusing Vegito doesn't get any buffs when he procs his rush off of it, because it doesn't do any damage. It literally just neuters you. Like it takes your key, takes your vanish, seals your rush, seals your main ability, ups your cost if you get cards or if you have cards. You're just you're literally caught with your pants down. You can't do shit. Like what do you?
I
supposed
mean, I don't honestly think it's that. I mean, it's good. I just don't like Ultra Golden Frieza's was terrifying. He took every unit in the game to 1 HP.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'll take my finish. I'll just take out.
Well, that's the thing. You gotta realize not only is he taking your mind you, he's doing all that stuff to you,
And
but he's
healing.
also doing a lot of stuff for his team too. Like
Oh, he's good. No, I think he's top 1. I just don't think his comeback is as intimidating as like people are gassing to be. Nothing will be scarier than UGF's. He was on L boost.
Because that's the problem. UGF needed he needed boost. 2, he needed more than 2 Zenkai benches. You need to cater to him to make his comeback terrifying. Turles, you don't need to cater to him. It's more so passive stuff that he's doing that makes it a threat.
I mean, I wouldn't even really call it catering to UGF when it was just like, it's just the best team in the game. You're just running the best team in the game.
Yeah,
at
really the time. At the time.
It's just insane. I don't know. That doing damage with the comeback I think it's the biggest mistake they've ever made. I think Turles is much more balanced. I like it.
I don't think Turles is more balanced because of this. UGF was based on his team. The second UGF's team got worse, that comeback was not a threat no more. The second you could not run that, it couldn't get worse. This, on the other hand, the only way this ages out is if Turles ages out. Not whether Turles' teams age out, but it's like Turles himself ages out. It's going to be really hard to age a mechanic like that for what his comeback does. And I think comeback is essentially revive, but they want to make it fancy, so they're giving it to ultras. Like ultras are not going to have revives; they're just going to have comeback.
I also want to talk a little bit.
If it's a 1v1, it seals it. You win almost always, unless you're against like a G4, I guess, or an Ultra Gohan, someone with a gauge. I mean,
and then the problem with G4 is that odds are they're running Turles, they're running Triku.
I mean, if you're against an Ultra Gohan, though, last man 1v1, I mean, it's kind of scary hours for you as a Turles.
I mean, yeah, last man standing 1v1, it is scary. But at the same time, it's one of those things where, like, you just got to make sure you have your gauge. Because if you don't, what do?
You get comboed. But check this out, though. His cover null, it feels like he has it forever. What is the actual timer counts that he has it for?
So he has it for 10 counts. But every time he consumes his gauge, that's when it procs. So like I said, say he does a strike card, right? That's 10 counts of cover null. Then he uses a green card mid combo. That's another 10 counts while his cover null's going to be active.
I've heard that before.
So like it's a lot of cover null. It's a lot. Like
it just feels like it's always active.
Hypothetically, because you can get it off of green, you get it off of blue, you get it off of strike, you get it off of cover change, and you get it off of alt. Essentially, you get it like 50 counts of cover null.
It's wild.
I literally don't see him without it. I don't see him without it. You have to just use disrupt. Like you have to take his key. You have to drop his cards. Like
but
he will always.
If he comes back, he negates key reduction and card destruction for 20 timer counts.
Exactly. So at that point, he's going to eat all the hits too. But that's if he comes when he comes back. Though.
Yeah, when he comes back. Yeah. But,
and
then his bench options too. Like he has the Super Brawly that's giving stupid amounts of stats. Him also being a powerful opponent. And then also with his Dragon Ball reduction as well on strike and blast at 10%. Like, and his stats being this high? Come on.
Yeah. And he has 2 good Zenkai benches. He has Kid Buu and Broly.
Yeah.
The only issue though is Broly is more versatile than Kid Buu because Kid Buu restricts you to PO and read. So you'd essentially be running like say if you're running PO, you're gonna run Turles with Omega, and then your third option is, I mean, that's the
Whatever
problem.
you
Who's your
want.
third option? Yeah, who is your third option on that blast team? Then you can probably go on Garlic because Garlic. It does not matter what he strike or blaze. It's double defense the ability. Garlic is there to be double fitness. So you can probably do Garlic, Omega, and Turles, which is an indestructible, bulky endurance, and a comeback.
What about
I'm
Super
telling you,
17 though?
you can run Super 17 too. Like
Ah,
there's so much like this Turles thing. Like I think what the devs probably realized was post anniversary, fusions and Majin Buu Saga were a little too strong, and they said we need to essentially neuter those teams, but not like, but we can't make everything else that came out before useless.
Hmm.
Essentially, what Turles does is he made other units that had already previously been released better while also closing the gap between the teams. Because you see, a lot of the units Turles has on his teams are units that already came previously, since like Annie.
Yeah.
So he helps make them better.
feels crazy to say this, but like an ultra release, like feels really healthy. It feels like it's made the meta healthier, more fun to play.
Once. For
Yeah.
once.
For once.
I mean, what was the reason to run a green unit forever, bro?
It was
Green
none.
was the lowest value color in the game for months and months.
Because of UG4. But now Gaku can slowly make his resurgence and show his true value and what he can do.
To be honest with you, this is the one time I'm gonna let this slide because I
I
think
don't. Yeah, I mean,
you can argue Gaku in honorable mentions because Turles has the one real flaw Turles has is his only neutral is his blue card. Outside of that blue card, he's not getting through Gaku.
Mm-hmm.
my big question with Godku is who is protecting Godku on Godku's like a strike based team from
Cacao.
UG4 or Ultimate. Okay, I mean,
He's going
I don't
Cacao.
ever see anyone running Cacao.
I
But
mean, movies you
are
can
right.
run Z Broly, the red one. You can also run Cacao.
You can run garlic.
Yep.
Garlic, yeah. Does
You
Garlic
can
cancel
still
buffs from standby?
no, he
Then
doesn't.
okay, yeah.
But he's gonna fucking live it though because it's garlic though. That's the thing.
I mean, I mean, I don't know.
Let's not lie. Let's not lie and say garlic is not.
Garlic is insanely tanky, bro. He's just annoying to fight.
I think he's the tankiest unit we've ever had.
Yeah, really. He just
Post transformation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think what's it called? Even GB gets value with Turles too.
Mm-hmm.
So you can run Goku, Turles and GB.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I like. I mean, Godku. I mean, I just don't see. He's not. He's viable. He's definitely a runnable unit, but he's the third option,
Yeah, he's 100% the third option.
and like not a great one.
I don't know about that. Vanish
He just,
Restoration, AoE green, 100% cut pen on alt. Like,
Two of y'all are like fiending for any chance you get to like vouch for like these green nobodies, bro. Like,
look, I'm gonna keep pushing it to show you guys the truth.
Listen.
You're
Green
never
nobodies,
going to
bro.
convince.
I'm gonna show
anybody,
you the
dude.
truth.
Like, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen.
I'm giving him a little bit of leeway. I'm not gassing.
No, Glow.
I'm not
What are you
gassing
doing,
it.
man?
I'm not.
Like,
Listen.
And
You gotta
endurance?
call-
Come on.
No, all right, relax. Let's not glaze too much. I'm calling the spade a spade. He's low honorable mentions. That's all you're getting from me.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm seeing people without Ultra Gohan top 10, and Ultra Gohan has gapped Gaku since Gaku's release, I just don't see it. Gaku doesn't have coverage from the ults, from the hard hit, or from Vegito. He doesn't have coverage on his team.
He is the coverage.
Unless you're, if you're running Turles, I mean, Turles doesn't mean Triku. Triku's important, but Triku, then I mean, are you running him strike based? Are you running a strike based movies? Are you running blast based? I don't know.
You're not running true strike base. Trust me. You're not.
No,
doing that.
no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, and if you're building Godku blast based, I mean,
You can
Might as well just
actually. You could actually do that because it's
Yeah, and then
striking
you-
blast.
can do no damage.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's-
his strike and blast stats are similar, but it's also like he has bigger flaws. Like the bigger flaw with Goku is that his best equips require him to be on a full God Key team.
Yep. But now we got more pure movie equips that provide health and other stat buffs. You could vouch to use that for them too now.
Yeah. Movie's got a lot of good equips this campaign. The problem is, by the time we got to the really good equips, there was no more bonanzas. So
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I gotta wait till the next one to farm that. That's why I'm posting the teams I'm running and I'm Z powering up because I think those are the best teams for me to run right now as movies main. But I'm not showing the equips yet because, yeah,
Still
it's
got to
gonna
put
take a
some
while.
work.
I gotta wait. Yeah, I gotta wait for Bonanza to pop back.
I did that Red Awakened equip for Red Beast like 2 days ago, way after Bonanza. That was a chore. I just forgot that it existed.
Oh, I did that the second I saw the equip. I said, the second they get Bonanza's live, I'm farming too, and that's what I did.
Good stuff. But I think our overall assessment on this Turles is that he's definitely a reset button on what the current top meta picks are, and has allowed some additional coverage towards the teams that really needed it the most. Desla, what is your overall take of this Turles though? Have you seen videos and stuff about him? What do you think is his meta or his placement healthy, or is he just not making any kind of impact?
Personally, where I sit with the guy is kind of an issue that I have with, I guess, the radical sway that occurs when, we have a new top dog go into effect where, from what I've been hearing, most matches have been going to timer now. And for me personally, that gets my patience really thin very fast. So I'm thinking I'm not playing.
Yeah.
But
Games take forever.
no, like, and that's my problem because I mean I'm sorry, dude. I'm not trying to hop in for 5 minutes per match. Like that's not what I'm trying to do. So that's kind of my mindset. Like that's my mindset on it. So I don't know. It's just a matter of where yes, before he came out, you were in a very much like one shot meta with all these other like heavy hitter characters and shit. And I understand that, but like there needs to be some kind of way to find like a happy medium. It really cannot be like that hard of a concept to grasp to actually find units that do not make things swayed in the completely opposite direction. To where, again, I'm sorry if you mess with it, good for you. But I personally, my patience just ain't there for 5 minute plus games. I just can't do it.
You don't want to hear the track? You don't want to hear the OST?
Game. 14-star UGF, 8-star Turles, 8-minute game. I won. I got 33 million damage.
Yeah, no, like that's the kind of shit right there. Like, dude, and within about 4 minutes, I'm out. You can have the win, man. I don't care. Like,
to be fair, I played really bad for a long time, but my team just my team doesn't really die. I have to get rid of the comebacks, so I have to catch them a few times at least. But like, oh man, it was a slog.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Again, my mentality on it is that like I'm playing a game at the end of the day. Like if you start like wasting my time and like I can legit feel like the minutes go by because of how fucking slow a match is, like again, I'm dipping. You can have the win if it means that much to you, and then enjoy your fucking day, man. I don't care. So it is what it is.
I honestly, I have the complete opposite like reaction. I don't really enjoy the meta as much when it's like one mistake and you're dead. Like you have the wrong unit in, and UG4 just swapped in and pop main. Bye. Vegito just tagged in, you're dead. Like, I don't really... That's not as fun to me. To, like, I mean, where you just get evaporated so quickly. Like, 5 counts and you lose. Go from...
Oh, I'm not trying to say that it's not obnoxious. Both extremes are obnoxious. That's why they're extremes. The thing I'm looking for that be more ideal would be an in-between. That would be when, the environment would be good. Again, I'm not sitting here saying one is better than the other. It's just a matter of, again, where for me, if I had to pick between the lesser of two evils, I'm going with the one-shot meta because at least it's over quick and I can shake it off and move on with the next fucking match.
It's not as bad as you probably think it is. I've only had one game go to timer. Played a lot, but like, I mean, maybe 2. It's not really like, the games are longer, but I mean, the games are longer when people are running that like Omega, UGF, and Turles team, but like, I mean, the thing is, if it does go to timer, you're gonna win.
Well,
I mean, if you get outplayed like crazy, you get outplayed. But like,
I guess it all depends on how much damage they're doing too, and also with this meta being so fresh, I'm curious to see on like how the teams are gonna get fleshed out between now and like the end of the PvP season, because I believe this is only gonna be 2 weeks as well. So we'll see once people are in God rank and this banner actually goes away and we're seeing, 1 red, 3 red, 14 star like Turles running around with like double comeback teams, or like, one comeback, double endurance teams. I'm curious to see if like people are going to develop other ways to fight against that, maybe to go against like the endurance, or is it just going to be like the old school meta where regen just went to time on every single match?
Right, no. And again, mind you, like, it's not from personal experience, obviously, because as I've made clear already, like, I'm not playing. So my personal exposure to it more so comes from what I've been seeing on my timeline, where I've been seeing nothing but, like, consistent bitching about how, oh my god, matches are dragging on so much longer now. It's like, it's a consistent thing. Where I've been seeing it from multiple people, whether they're bigger, smaller creators, just people who are, like, average Joe Schmoes on Twitter, without some kind of, like, big following for making content, like, it's a consistent thing I'm seeing. It's not as I'm pulling out of my ass and like saying that. I'm imagining it, but it's just that's what I'm being exposed to, and therefore, like again, for me, I would prefer in an ideal world that we find some happy medium and not keep gravitating towards one extreme or the other one. That's where
I think honestly, a lot of that on Twitter and stuff like that is because everyone thinks it's a good idea now to run like teams that just don't die. But don't like. I mean,
it's a good idea.
I don't get having. I mean, no. I mean, don't die. But like, I don't get like having usually. I mean, like if you're not, like if you just don't die and don't do anything else, Turles does do damage. But like, if you're just building your whole team to not like die, and you're like, I don't see it. Not fun. I enjoy doing damage. I don't really know. I don't have games go to timer really ever, but I have longer games. Like the longer games will come from UGF and Turles or Garlic. I mean, I don't know. People are running so many defense units. I mean,
double defense
they're
meta.
not really losable though. I mean,
well, we'll have to see. Like, because depending on the equip setup.
You said defense units together aren't usable?
No, not really losable.
Oh, losable. I thought you said usable. I said, hold on.
Oh no.
Glow was about to pop off for a second.
Bro, my main team's got all defense abilities, bro.
Was I detecting some Garlic Jr. slander? This will not stand.
I think Garlic. I think having Garlic is like good, but like if I see people like running like, I mean, if your whole idea of your team is that you're safe versus rush and ults, and the game drags on, but like
it's a rush.
I don't know.
It's a rush game. That's all it is.
But like
it's always a rush.
I mean, like against. I mean, rush is like. I mean, you got Ultimate Gohan. I mean, UG4 takes 4 Dragon Balls, 3Q takes Dragon Balls, Ultimate Gohan blocks it for like 15 counts.
Well, but the thing is, we say that like, oh, these units kill these Dragon Balls and get these Dragon and get rid of them. We still see 10 count rushes.
Oh yeah,
I did a 10 count rush today. Did I feel bad? Hell no. Do I think I deserved it? Hell no. Did I still press it? Absolutely.
For sure.
Yep. I think that kind of concludes our overall take on Turles. Opsta, also, what do you think of this Turles as well? I believe you mentioned that he's a breath of fresh air with the current meta of making things a little bit more different. Is that still your overall take?
Fantastic. He's fantastic. And actually, like, good release as an Ultra. It's weird to say that, but it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually love him. Like, I don't mind playing against him.
I mean, I do, considering Androids is a little bit in the mud, but... But other than that, he's a great release.
Yeah, I have a 14-star Green Ultra.
I don't have any Ultra.
Are you saving 90k CC and counting?
92.
You'll be 100.
I'm willing to bet it's going to be next year. I'll be fine with that.
You'll have over 100. Maybe you might hit 200.
I'm going to have over 100 by the time Legends Fest happens.
I wonder what Android they'll make in Ultra first. It'll probably be 17.
Probably Cell.
It's got to be
Cell. Oh yeah, Cell, of course. What am I saying?
No other fucking Android's getting an Ultra, brother.
I completely forgot Cell was.
The 17 is gonna get one at some point in this game.
Oh
yeah, it's 17.
There's definitely a lot of Ultra Androids that could get Ultras.
Super 13.
I think there's 2.
Super 13.
Mm-hmm.
Super 17. Definitely. Cell 100%. 16 is an insane reach. But knowing how these devs be pulling shit out of nowhere, I say the odds are low, but never zero.
I think Super 13 is an insane reach. I think Super 17
an Ultra.
Anyone can get Ultra.
Technically, yes, anyone can get Ultra, but we're not comparing 16 to Turles. Let's relax.
Turles is comparing 16 to Turles. You're going to try and convince me that Turles is hype?
Yes.
Turles came out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Yes. You're talking to our movies blazing. You're talking
no. Make sure that y'all clip this. If y'all listen right now, make sure you clip this.
Listen.
Glow thinks that Turles is hype.
Yes. Man, if this was you could take the exact kit. Give me Lord Slug. I'm gonna call it hype.
Oh my god.
You know, when the Turles movie dropped, kids probably wasn't even born yet.
Oh no,
I haven't even seen it, bro.
There you
Shame
go.
on you. Shame on you.
I've watched that movie through Dokkan Animations. All I know is Turles and his crew got one shot. Oh my god.
Gen Z.
Bro, every Z movies was my first introduction to Dragon Ball, bro. That was my first introduction to Dragon Ball, man. I love every
How
single
old are
movie.
you?
Except I'm 25. My aunt bought like the
Yeah,
whole.
he's a fossil, so don't mind him.
If he's a
I'm
fossil,
older.
then I don't know what the hell I'm
26.
doing.
I'm 26 though. I'm
That's
26.
He's a year older than me, and you're not far off. Let's relax. Let's
Nah,
fucking
it's cool,
relax.
man.
Yeah, fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Hey, chill out.
Yeah.
Relax.
Y'all better
I
watch out
watched-
that meteor coming for your way. My goodness.
Bro.
I got a few good years left.
I watched every Z movie before I started watching like the series. But I fuck with it. We can get 13. We can even get Gammas.
I can see the gamers.
Gammas could actually, yeah.
I'd love that.
I mean, you need anything.
like-
So yeah.
I love that idea.
The
I just don't
question
see
is it a
Gammas being
tag or is
first
it
in
going to
that
be a
movie.
single one? You still
Good
never seen
question.
Superhero?
No, of course I've seen that.
I was gonna say.
No, I'm
Oh,
saying
I'm
I
not-
don't
I'm
see
not
whoa.
Gammas being the first Ultra from that movie.
From that
Beast
movie?
probably.
No,
They're definitely
no,
not
it's
getting
Beast.
an Ultra
No,
first.
it's
Yeah,
Beast.
no.
It's Beast.
It's gonna be magenta.
Unless they pull what they did during Fest and they give us 2 Ultras.
I'll take it.
Oh god.
Hey man, the more the better.
I'm not. I got something for both. I ain't taking that.
You gotta pick one, man. Like you gotta pick a side. You can't just
Glow,
do
you
all
pick
movies.
movies. That's your fault.
Like PO
I made
movies or Sun Family movies, like all movies. You gotta summon for
Yes.
all,
Yes.
That's his
Movies
fault,
are
bro.
movies.
bro. You're never gonna save.
A movie is a movie. Bro, first of all, don't talk to me about not saving because Desla remembers when I went a year and a half of no buffs.
And now you can't
Good.
get enough.
That was funny.
It was not
You
fun,
should
bro.
have
Bro, I'd wait far longer than that for any
Alright,
Android.
That is true. You did, bro. I'm telling you, like post the worst time to be a movies main was simply like post lock on, bro. We went years without a buff, bro.
Good.
Bro, hybrids didn't. After Blue Beast, hybrids didn't get a character until Red Beast.
Wow.
Good.
That
Over-
shit's so
That was a
It was like a-
fantastic
okay.
breath of
Man.
fresh
It was
air.
a year and a half.
Yes,
A year and a
we
half.
were, bro.
It
After
was
what Blue
so
Beast
sad.
did, we were all happy, bro. Everyone was
I mean, I
happy,
didn't-
I shed a
play them.
tear, man. So long without a buff for them.
bro. That was like that was a one shot meta, bro.
I remember where
That shit
Professor was
so
talking
bad.
about his hydrogen bomb team. Like as soon as you lose priority against that team, it was auto lose. Like
Yeah, I don't. I thank God every day I was not playing during that Blue Beast shit, dude. Holy hell, that would have tested my patience big time.
Bro, I'm seeing pan one combo units, and I'm like, all right, what are we doing?
when you got
Blue
Pan
Beast-
doing it, come on.
Oh,
Blue Beast
God.
Summons was my first Legend stream I ever did.
Bro,
Oh, nice.
I still hate his art.
I mean,
Yeah, it's not the best.
his LF was dope, but
It is sweet, yeah.
His alt art is dope, but it's like you see that normal art, and it's like I wouldn't even blame them if they just gave us a new one.
yeah.
Just revamp that art real quick. It's so
I mean,
bad.
it's a Gohan, dude. We really
Oh yeah, we're
surprised
gonna
us
get
by
an
getting
animated Beast art pretty soon, buddy.
one. Oh yeah,
Maybe an
man.
Ultra.
Can't wait.
He's gonna have the Dokkan animations. I guarantee it.
Oh, those Dokkan animations are sweet. They were really cool.
Yeah.
I can't get copies of Gohans in Dokkan, man.
Well, I think that covers everything regarding on Turles, though. So overall, Turles is a really great release. He's doing a lot of good things. He's helping out a lot of teams, being movies, Saiyans, powerful opponent. So you're able to do a lot of good things, and it was also bringing a couple of units that didn't really have the coverage to be runnable in the current meta, now being able to be run in the current meta. So that's also good to hear as well. So now we've also been seeing a lot of talk about tier lists as well, since we're now into the October month, closing into closer to the festival and all that other good stuff. Glow is going to be going over his tier list to describe what he believes is the top 10 units in the meta, and then just to give you everybody an idea of how this is going to run, Glow is going to go through his list from honorable mentions up to 1, and then we'll kind of go through our list and say we agree with his placement or disagree as he goes through each of those placements. So, Glow, I'll give it to you and you take it away.
I have so my honorable mentions in no particular order are Goku Piccolo, Z Broly, the LF, Evil Boo, Raid Shenron, LF Zenkai CMZ, Super 17, LF Baby, LF Fusing Gogeta Blue, Ultra Golden Frieza. That's honorable mentions, as I said, in no particular order.
I think that's I think it's a good set.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't hear Gaku in there. What
All
happened?
right, Matt.
My
he's
God.
he's he's top one.
I said number 10, I had Cacao.
All right. So we'll go around the room. Desla, you agree or disagree with his number 10 placement?
Disagree.
Who do you got as your number 10?
I have Evil Boo.
Okay. Viable. Understood. Vander, what about you? What's your number 10 placement?
I mean, wait, I just closed it. I think Cacao or Garlic Jr. are like perfect there. Cacao, like, dude, Turles equips for Crusher Core are insane. Why not run one with him? And I mean, if you're dead set on not dying, don't run UGF, run Cacao.
Oh yeah, like Cacao's the best Turles course to run with him.
Yeah, exactly. He's really good.
And then Obsto, what's
Underused.
your number 10? Do you agree with Glow's placement on his number 10 spot?
No, I'd go with Evil Boo.
All right, that's valid.
All right. And you already know
All right.
my number 10 slot is Gaku. Because,
Bro. All right, number 9, I have Ultra Z Broly.
All right. Desla, agree or disagree with that number 9?
Disagree.
Who's your number 9?
Super Vegito.
Dang. He's pretty low. Can you give a little additional context to why he's number 9 on your list?
I would love to. So the reason why I have him where he's at is because of the fact that currently his main shtick being, the guaranteed rush, when we're now entering a much more, obviously, it could be, called the two-timer meta, but I mean, obviously you're going to have matches just, not quite get there yet, but matches are dragging on longer because of the fact that now you have this, arguably top 1 comeback guy coming on in and, stealing the show, where he synergizes very well with units like Triku and Garlic Jr., who are very good at being able to just stall out a match and also have abilities to be able to just cancel out buff effects and all that kind of stuff. So it makes it to where it's very tough to get around their tools they have to actually stall out a match, to where rushing willy-nilly, like with what Vegito could do prior to Turles being out, I mean, really isn't a viable thing anymore, because, I mean, now you have to really think before you pop that. Otherwise, you're risking rushing someone who has, the ability to wipe buff effects. And at that point, his rush is just like, I mean, I guess it's just guaranteeing like damage, I guess. That's really about it. But, I mean, the main attraction to it was that not only it was guaranteed damage, but it was guaranteed getting rid of a unit, because of the fact that he was able to wipe endurance on a rush. So that being taken away from it does actually deal a substantial blow to it being as good as it is. So that's kind of why I value him where he's at right now. Again, that people have the conception of where a unit being like on the lower end of a top 10 like means they're bad now. He's not. Despite the fact that his gimmick is chopped at this point in terms of the main selling point of the character, I still think that he has stuff in his kit that makes him very formidable as a beat stick and all that. Again, he has a lot of stuff at his disposal. Full heal with the fusion. He has, a lot of great ways to, extend combos and all that once he goes ahead and fuses. Very easy to get into him for fusion. I mean, he's got a lot going on. So, I mean, despite my grievances with how he's faring now, I do think that still, people want to get this preconceived notion that anything, not in the top 5 is garbage. It's not the case. So he's still good, but just the current release, in terms of how Turles works with the movie units we've gotten so far, it just hurts him. So
I can understand that. And then Vander, do you agree with Glow's placement for, I believe, is number 9, or do you have something different?
Hell no, but I don't even know if he's honorable mention. But Garlic Jr. I like Garlic Jr. there. I feel like he just does what he does better.
Gotcha. And then Obsto, for number 9, do you agree with Glow's placement, or you have something different?
I also have him at. I also have number 9 as Super Vegito.
Interesting. So it looks like you and Desla's placement is both the same. My number 9 is Ultra Golden Frieza. Just being able to use double comeback just seems really strong. And, that kind of negates the Super Vegito's auto win button, since you have more units that it can't really take out a character now, so it's less oppressive. All right, Glow. What's your number 8? What's your number 8?
Number eight, I have Garlic Jr.
Okay. We'll switch it
And
up.
so the reason I have Garlic and Ultra Broly there is because Garlic does better tanking. Ultra Broly is a better damage and better damage dealer and a better pivot.
Mm-hmm.
If your team already had if you have honestly, if you have Cacao and Turles, I'd personally run Ultra Broly over Garlic. Because you could sure you can get triple anti-rush protection, but you're gonna need someone who's able to at least deal some damage at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's the
there is
biggest
like
difference.
there's like a severe lack of people who have high star Broly's. So
Yes.
I mean, I don't really ever. Part of it is like we just don't ever see it, so I can't really say Broly is like that guy. I don't ever. If I had a
Yeah.
5-star Broly, I mean, it's not really much of an issue. He needs stars.
Yeah, if you're not running into a high star Broly, he's not a problem.
Yeah.
There's very few Brolys that are 8 and plus running around.
Yeah. And to even use his unique equip like fully, you need to have at least 2 copies of him, right?
Yeah.
And then, Vander, do you agree with Glow's placement, or do you have something different there?
Well, I mean, like I said about Broly, I don't ever fight him, and when I do, like 8 stars isn't a problem. I have Triku, so I mean, it really just wipes him out for me. But I think Garlic Jr. it just does what he does better on movies. Uh, and for 8, I have Vegito at 8, Super Vegito at 8. But I mean, I can see Broly honorable mentions. I don't see high star ones.
Yeah. And then you, Opsa, do you agree with Glow's placement as well, or do you have something different?
What was the Glow's placement?
Ultra Broly at 8.
Ultra Broly.
I also have him there, yeah.
Cool. And then Desla, what's your 8th placement?
Ultra Broly.
Okay. So we've got.
I mean,
some...
sorry, it was Garlic 8, Ultra Broly 9. Sorry. I
Oh,
was
okay.
tweaking.
So Garlic Jr.'s 8. Okay.
Yeah. I have Garlic over Ultra Broly.
Gotcha. I got Garlic Jr. on honorable mentions. I just value like the double comeback too much. And then I've also seen teams running like blue, purple with a UG4. So that's also a super strong team that I've seen running around as well. But for your number 7, so that was your number 8 or number 7?
Yeah. Number 7, this is a slight change from what I posted on Twitter. At 7, I got SV now.
What made you
I got
change?
Triku just as that guy. Spoiler alert, Triku 6. I got Triku over SV because I said this. Everybody thought I was a fucking madman when I dropped that hot takes thread. Then I said SV's gonna age real soon, and units like Baby are going to close the gap between him and them. You could argue Baby, if Desla and these folks have SV at 9, and Baby is already in conversations of being 8 to 10, I'm being proven right.
Yeah.
I'm being proven right.
What conversations you listening to?
I've been saying it. I've been saying this, bro. Because the thing is this. I said this, that every single time the devs introduce a unit that revolves around Rush, they're going to let that unit run rampant for a bit, and then they're immediately going to introduce stuff that fucks that unit over. They did it with every unit. Rose drops. Okay, yeah, Rose is cool. They introduce a unit that's anti-Rose. LF's the yellow one drops. Okay, he's he's Rush. What do? They drop more units that are anti-Rush. I'll give you a very prime example. The tag droids, unopposed for so long, they give us USV and USG finally gets his perfect partner. Tag droids aren't a problem no more. SV, they made him this whole thing revolved around early farm, essentially being immune to rushes and an unguessable rush. Now you have people that's like, okay, I don't care if the rush if I can't guess it, I'm living it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're in now. I literally said this was going to happen, and as more units get more defensive mechanics and capabilities, SV value goes down as a rush merchant. He's still a good damage dealer, but if you're looking at him only for the damage, he's low top 10.
I honestly think every viable team has an answer for Vegito's Rush.
They do.
I mean,
And that's why he's lower in the list, I guess. But I
yeah,
also
yeah,
have
that's
him
what,
number
yeah.
7. So that matches up with mine as well. And then Vander, what was your number 7?
Kid Buu.
Gotcha. I have
All
Kibu
right.
at 6. So, and
Well,
then
I got.
Desla, what do you
That's
got
it.
for number 7?
For 7, I have Garlic Jr.
And then Opsa, what was your number 7?
I also have Garlic Jr.
Look at that. Okay. So we got some people that value Garlic Jr.'s tankiness and such. That's good. All right, and your number 6, you've mentioned that was going to be Triku Glow.
Yep.
Okay.
I got Shriku at 6 because I mean he's I won't say he's like an MVP 17 because he doesn't really debuff stuff outside of like the one ult, but he's like a cheerleader that last man standing. I'm not gonna lie, with a dead ally, Shriku gets scared. That's when he actually becomes like scary offensively. Other than that, he's a combo extender and a cheerleader. But he does a very good job of scaring off purples.
Oh, yeah. And the scariest purple, too, UG4. So he's slowly going down.
Yeah.
He's
UG4 can't really do things to him. Ulton can't really combo against him if he's like popping his cards. He makes both. It's like one of the things on Majin Buu Saga is that odds are you're not really using the ult with Evil Buu. You're gonna be mostly using the ult with Kid Buu and Ulton. If you haven't used your ults with Kid Buu and Evil Buu and you trying to pop an Ulton ult, it's useless. You look on pure fusions without Omega, that and they have a Triku that guarantees as long as Triku's alive, your UG4's ult is useless.
And then, Vander, what do you have as your number 6? Do you also have Triku there as well, or do you have him higher or
Oh
lower?
no, I have Shriku much higher. I mean, UG4 is still every other game, if not every game. So I think the unit that stops him dead in his tracks, just too good. Especially with Ultimate Gohan's also everywhere. But I have Ultra Gohan at 6. When I think uh two top 5 units are on the same team as him, and he hard stops the top 1 unit in the game in his tracks. I think
Man, you know
he's
what?
good.
Push
I
your
will say
push
I
your
think
agenda.
6
Push
through
your agenda.
9,
I'm not gonna stop you.
6 through 9, you can like there's actually like 6 through 8. I think you could swap Gohan with Boo or Vegito, really. But I mean, like dude, the amount of times I've just nuked them, and like Turles doesn't have enough offensive neutral outside of his ult. And if you ult, I mean, I have answers for that. Sunfam is so good. I think people will open up their eyes. I mean, I don't know. I don't see high star Gohans. I feel like I'm one of the few 14-star Gohans running around. And I mean, I really never see high star Trikus. I think if people get Triku higher stars, I mean, the ship has sailed. People summon Ultra Gohan, I think. But yeah, I mean, 5-star Ultra Gohan is way different than a 14-star one. But
Yeah. I mean, from I remember, I've seen people run like 14-star Ultra Gohans and Ultimate Gohans back when they were like creme de la, earlier in the meta.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I think sometimes it's incredible. They just each unit covers the other's weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
Really good team. They just cover each other. Perfect.
Yeah, their color wheel, like the yellow Triku, is definitely what Blast Sun family needed to kind of guard off the purples away from the Ultra Gohan. So that's good to hear. 6, I could definitely understand your placement because of Triku, just giving him that additional coverage, and also some people may forget the scariness of the Ultra Gohan's unique gauge and such, counter blue card, last man standing, getting double ults. Like there's a lot of useful stuff there that the
Last armor break.
Blaze Armor break too.
Oh my god.
It's been a while, but people still get caught off guard, if they try to mid-range strike. But then if they're mid-range striking, I think they deserve to lose.
You have no vanish, no swap, blast armor break. You can't do anything.
Yeah. What about you, Desla? Do you agree with Glow's placement for Triku, or do you have Triku higher or lower?
I have him higher.
You looking like JP and you got him at number 1?
No.
Oh Jesus! They haven't met in 1.
From what I'm seeing,
JP.
yeah.
JP has Triku at 1 and Turles 2.
I mean, I have him too. I have reverse.
Interesting. All right, Glow, what's your number 5?
Oh, number 5 was Kid Buu. Number 5, Kid Buu.
Okay, that sounds pretty consistent. People's been screaming Kid Buu being at 5 for the last month or two at this point. So for you, it pretty much stays the same. He's still as viable as he was a month ago.
Yeah. If anything, he got better.
And that's with the addition of Turles, or like how did he get better?
Oh yeah. So the thing is, there's with the addition of Turles, blues are essentially like rampant. The only actual threat of a green to the blues damage wise is Omega. Like a realistic threat. Ultra Gohan, maybe
Oh,
you'll run into
whoa.
Vander. You'll
Okay,
run
I was
into
gonna say, I'm
Vander,
like,
and
hold
that's
on, hold
really
on,
it.
hold on, hold
You're,
on. I
like,
got a
you're
lot
running,
of clips to pull out of my Gohan absolutely dunking on these people.
yeah. Like you have Vander, maybe Prof when he plays once in a while, and then that's it. Like you're not really seeing Ultra Gohans consistently in PvP anymore.
Hmm.
So like 9 out of 10 times these blues are unchecked, and that's essentially why like Kid Buu is essentially like wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think Kid Buu didn't get better. I think he got replaced, but that's why I have him a little bit lower. But I still think he's really incredibly in it.
I see. And do you have what's your number 6 then on your tier
Oh,
list?
we're on 5. I
Yeah,
have UG
5. Yeah.
5. UG 4.
UG4 is 5. Wow,
Yup. Yeah.
that's very
I mean, I
low.
just don't. I know it's low. I think, but honestly, I think a lot of people. I mean, when you see my top 4, I think my top 4 are solid and they make sense. I just don't see him. If you have Triku and you're running Triku 6+ stars, UG4. I mean, you can't do anything. He's an ult merchant. His gauge is useless. His lock-in is like healing. I just don't. He is not the man he once was. This is like it's like the opposite. It's like Janemba level of countering UVB, but like in the opposite way, where it's not like you're one-shotting UG4, but all he does is sit there and like hit you with a napkin for a little while and make you do more damage and heal.
Well, I guess like from Triku's ability to kind of like remove buffs off of all, because I think he only does that once. So
Nope.
if there's a
Yeah.
if there's a team that has like UG4 on it that has multiple ults and they burn that first ult, if UG4 still has his times 1,000, I don't know. I don't know if
Ultimate Gohan is Riku's partner.
is he gonna live. I mean,
You
I
know, he
don't know.
cancels his buffs. He has endurance. And I mean, yeah, I mean, off boost, UG4 is not killing Ultimate Gohan anymore. I mean, I don't know. I feel like people aren't. There's that one Ultimate Gohan, that ultimate, like the one with, like, one from the superhero movie with the 32 base blast, 12 base, 12 purity each defense. I mean, the equips for Triku and Ultimate Gohan are actually insane. I mean, I will say I had to spend money to get that plat done because I could not. That was the worst plat I've ever had to roll.
Oh geez. Dang.
Yeah.
Well, Desla, what's your placement for that? Do you also agree with Glow where he has him, or do you have them higher or lower?
Oh, what, Kid Buu? Yeah, he's at 5.
Okay, makes sense. I have Omega as my 5, and I have Kibu at 6.
Yeah, I got Omega at 6.
All right, so then Glow, I think your number 4 through up is probably going to look pretty similar to most of our lists. So then, who's your number 4 at this point?
Essentially, 4 is Omega, 3 is Ulton, 2 is UG4, and then 1 is Turles.
Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense because that's pretty much mirroring my from 3 and up. That's my list because my 4 is Triku, and then 3, 2, 1 is exactly the same. Vander, I'm very curious to see what your 4 and up is. What's that list look like for you?
I got 4 as Omega. Incredible. Ultimate Gohan 3, Triku 2, Turles 1. I think the best team really in the game would be 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 4. Turles, Triku, Ultimate Gohan, Turles, Triku. I mean, good synergy. I mean, it's just they're incredible characters.
For sure. And then Desla, what's your 4 through 1 look like as well? Is it mirror glows or is it something different?
My 4th would be Triku, 3rd would be Ultimate Gohan, 2nd would be Turles, then 1st would be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Okay. Yeah, it's literally exactly how mine's is looking as well. So, all right. So then that concludes our end of movies campaign as we start into, the new sagas for the month of October to see what else are going to, drop. And then as we approach November, December, we approach the Legends Festival, timeline. We'll see what tag, hopefully it's not movies, that they decide to buff up next. So now we'll move on to our special guest segment where we ask Vander a list of questions, and so you listeners are able to get to know him just a little bit more. So I'll start off first. So Vander, you've been doing this streaming and content creating for quite some time now. How long have you been doing this, and what got you into content creation?
I don't know. I mean, I always loved watching YouTube. It's always like kind of like been a dream thing to like be able to do this as a career, as something that you can live off of. It's really, I mean, it's hard to feed yourself, pay rent and everything off of Twitch. Twitch alone, at least. Like, you have to have income from several platforms coming in if you're doing that. Or you have to be very big on Twitch. But I mean, I've been streaming for probably like 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've been streaming for a really long time. I used to stream Valorant. If you guys want to get into streaming, do not stream AAA games. Find a niche. Find a niche. Legends was the niche I found. I've been affiliate for 3 years, almost just under 3 years. I didn't start streaming Legends until Blue Beast.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't stream. I was really like picky about when I would stream. I would only go live when my friends were off work, so they could tab me up so I could get those 3 average viewers. I had to like scratch and claw my way to 50 followers. It's just, I mean, find a niche. You will save yourself so much heartache.
Interesting. Well, that's good to hear because, I mean, we've been in the content creation for a little bit. This podcast has been live since the beginning of this year, so we're doing our best to just stay consistent and, trying to make our outreach of, connecting with the community and seeing whatever other people's opinions are related to Legends and stuff. But the real question is, are you going to be streaming Sparking when it drops?
Oh, yeah, 10,000%. I really hope it's like, I mean, I was full-time streaming for a little while, but that was when anniversary was going on. It was summer, no school. People were able to watch me during the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
But Sparking Zero was like, honestly, it's a huge chance to take like the next big step. You know what I mean? Like, and then, I mean, hopefully just do this stuff.
Well,
but
I'll definitely be tuning in for sure. As you get in there. What's going to be your main tags in Sparking, or are you just going to kind of figure it out when you get it?
Is that you better ask that question? Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I also want to use. I really like Vegito too, so I want to use a Vegito of some sort. But Super Saiyan 2 Gohan will be a mainstay on my teams. But other than that, I'm gonna flip flop around. I like a lot of different characters. I like Rose a lot. Cool design.
Nice.
But yeah, Gohan's of course.
Okay, that's good.
I'm excited. I'm going to be bad. I'm going to be bad at the game. But, well, we'll see. I'm not going to be awful, but I've not played Budokai since I was 4 years old. That was 21 years ago.
Yes, that's a long time, man. Long time. All right, well, so I'm going to pass the bucket over to you, Glow. What questions do you have for Vander?
All right, I got one for you. So you always talk about your weight loss and everything. Was that simply a diet thing, or was that working out?
Diet. I worked out while I was overweight the entire time. Like, I did planks. I haven't went to the gym and worked out in a while. I've always just been I'm kind of like fine with my mass as it is. Also, I live like 27 minutes away from a decent gym. I'm not doing that. And I just don't, I mean, I enjoy just doing core stuff. I do planks. I do, like, when I was like at my heaviest, I was still doing 3-minute planks. It's just, it was all diet. Completely diet. I was drinking alcohol, like beer, specifically beer. I only drank beer. Drinking that a lot. I don't even drink anymore. I haven't drank in like what's going to be 11 months soon. The biggest thing I've done is I cut out calories from what I drink. Drink black coffee and water. That's basically it. I eat healthy within reason, but it's really just like you just gotta slowly cut things out. And it's not like you lose weight overnight. It was like 7 pounds, 8 pounds every month for several.
That's pretty good.
Like, a while. I mean, just like slowly making adjustments. It's not easy to just be like, okay, I'm done drinking this. I'm done eating this. I'm not doing this X, and Y. The reason I started drinking black coffee is because I didn't want to go get more creamer. So I just got used to it. Not even kidding. But It's just like about making little adjustments that you can do, bite-sized things. Don't go on a crash diet. You won't last through it.
Yeah.
All right, bet. I appreciate it. Number two, if stars and money weren't an issue, what tag would you make?
Um, the same. I mean, Sun fam still. Gohan's
All
are,
right.
I mean, far and away my favorite character. I like Goku's. I mean, honestly, I don't like Triku. Like, I haven't even seen the movie, and the taste in my mouth from the Dokkan character Triku, who I kept pulling instead of Gogeta
Oh, that
Blue,
one.
on anniversary. Like, I don't want to be bothered with Triku, but I mean, man, it's like, dude, it's like sent down from heaven to save my Ultra Gohan from these Ultra Gogeta 4s. Incredible. I mean, I just like Goku's. MUI is a sweet form. Using Yellow UI was the least fun I've ever had playing Legends, though.
Get it.
Just,
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't.
100%.
That playstyle is just not enjoyable.
Yeah, like that's what everyone says. Like, count that whole unique age that he introduced was just it was bad for the game's health.
Yeah. And, like, yeah, I mean, UI is just, it's just, I mean, you just gotta sit there. Patience is one thing, but I mean, that's just, not enjoyable for me. But I mean, Ultra Instinct saved Super for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%. And then number three, what was your? Do you remember what were your first introduction to Dragon Ball?
um, I mean, I feel like Dragon Ball's like been a constant in my life forever. Like the earliest core memories is like being like 3 or 4, like really young, and like playing the GameCube. And in order to use Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, you had to get all the way to the end almost of the Budokai story, and because you had to unlock him. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god, oh my god, the tears that were shed by me trying to like keep Raditz in place, trying to beat Frieza, just to get my man so I could use him. But I mean, like, that's probably like, I mean, yeah, I've been watching Dragon Ball's been a part of my life for a long time. It was never a ginormous part of my life until Legends and streaming. But now it's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah, I understand. Do you ever play the You ever played against that one mission against Boo when you're inside his body?
no,
All
I don't think
right,
so.
that I fought that one
Maybe, I
mission.
don't know.
I think that's Budokai 3. But I
I
remember
think I did
fighting
it with
it,
a
bro.
friend.
That one was hell. I hated fighting that. That was easily my worst mission from all of those games, bro.
But no, I mean, I owe a lot to Dragon Ball. Streaming's always been like one of my favorite things to do. I mean, I like streaming when I had one viewer. That's kind of like how it has to be. You have
Yeah,
to be able to talk when you have like, I mean, Legends has a lot of lurkers. You can't just stop talking because people aren't chatting.
yeah. You have to have an interesting personality at the end of the day. All
And
right,
yeah.
that's it from me then.
Oh, Glow, I have a song for you. I watched your Ryuden thing, the
Yeah,
Ryuden podcast. New Faces V2 by Mac Miller.
New Faces V2. Why do I feel like I've heard that?
Well, if you haven't, you're about to be blessed.
Now I gotta check it out too.
It's a good
Oh,
song. Got Earl
that's
Sweatshirt.
from
It's old. It's
what's it
good though.
called? Yeah, it's from that what's it called? That what's the album called?
I'm
Faces,
not
the
sure.
re-release. Yeah, it's Faces. That's what it is. The re-release.
That song just bangs.
All right,
Bet
well,
I'm gonna check it out.
Desla, you're up for the questions.
All right, so my first question, I know a lot of people have like obviously different top anime that they like go to for when they think of, like their high quality ones that just they think are the best of the best, but in your opinion, what would be like your top 3?
Oh God, I mean, oh dude, I've watched so much anime. I'd have to like split it into like different like Seinen X and Y, Shonen X and Y. I mean, dude, it's gonna sound crazy, but I love One Piece. Probably my favorite shonen. I love Attack on Titan, probably my favorite seinen. Jujutsu Kaisen's up
Okay.
there. Your Lie
Attack
in
on
April is
Titan's not a
great.
seinen.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
you don't start this combo, dog. Not
It
what I've
is, but
saw. I'm
okay.
not prepared for this, dog.
If the
No,
main
I'm just saying
character
it's not a
commits
seinen.
the main character commits genocide, it's a shonen.
That doesn't mean it's shonen or seinen.
Okay, well, we're not gonna have the argument.
It's not an argument.
Oh my god.
And there,
This
Vinland
is
Saga. Man, I can just Google the definition, but
No, it's a demographic. It's in a magazine, like a shonen magazine.
Yeah, shonen is technically a demographic.
Oh well, I mean,
It's
when
weird.
you
It's weird.
Yeah,
if
it's
It's
you're
weird
doing
as
it
weird.
like
fuck.
that, you're talking like it's in shonen. Like I mean,
No, like
yeah.
there's different magazines for manga, and there's shonen
I know
magazines, there's
shonen.
seinen magazines, there's josei magazines.
Yeah, see, you're talking to like Mr. Manga himself. I'm
Still like a really weird nitpick. I mean, people more so use it as the genre category. That's not usually how people. It's
Well,
tough.
they're wrong.
Okay, it's like saying GIF instead of GIF. And
all right. That one is that's a stupid one. I'm not even touching
Now
that
that's a
one.
funny one. What do you mean?
No, it's not. It's GIF.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
a G.
I still
All
remember
right.
the Shadow and Sonic skit where they were talking about that too. The shit was hilarious.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say like it's GIF.
GIF.
It's GIF. Is it not? It's GIF. It's GIF, not GIF.
Yeah, but
What if it's jive?
this
what
is
if the G is
make
silent?
it
Yeah.
like the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yo,
See what
I'm
we
gonna
did.
hate it.
Let's not go down this rabbit hole because
Yeah,
we
bro.
might
I
not go down.
look at that. I brought up GIF and GIF and like
See, too much. All right.
what was it? What
What was
was?
Desla? What was your questions?
Oh, my bad.
Oh, anime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Probably like rank one though, like that I can like rewatch. And it's always gonna. It's also not. It's like more palatable. It's not really long. I can't even really decide. Blue Orchestra and Your Lie in April, one are like
Hmm.
my favorite. Bro, I like rom coms, man. Not gonna lie.
I mean, kind of based. I
Okay,
can't
bro.
really.
Y'all. You know what?
I watch like literally every type of genre of anime. I just really like anime.
Valid. Yeah. Let me think. My second question for you, then, with that in mind, if you had to go on ahead and go back to any time that you've played Legends or whatever, like what would be your dream time to just be stuck in? Like your favorite time in the game that you played so far?
I'd go back to when I started streaming on Blue Beast and tell myself to stop doing gear battles. No, no. I don't even know. Probably, I don't know, man. My biggest like the regret. I left my job straight up because I was so
Wow.
frustrated. Because when Ultra Gohan, I mean, because Golden Frieza came out so soon after, and when he released, it was a proud mode only season, and I didn't have a good team because I wasn't playing at all. But like when Green Red Hybrids was on top, I couldn't. I got put in a risk race. I couldn't play.
Wow.
I wish I could have played that season. Especially, I wish I could have played as I am now, with like the fact that I like know how to blast cancel, um, and stuff. I wish I could have played now. It sucks. I really bums me out missing that season because then after that, Yuji Ultra Golden Frieza was down the pipe, and I mean, Ultra Gohan was not doing what he was doing when Golden Frieza was out. But
Yeah.
that I really wish I could have played that season. I got to play the first week. It was a 3-week season. Couldn't play the last. I couldn't play. I tried to, but I mean, I just couldn't. My hand was like aching. Really bummed me out. But I mean, I've run the brakes off Ultra Gohan. I put him down on UG4's release. On part 2 of Anniversary, I ran Gohan lead of Vegito and Ulton. I ran Ultra Gohan. I ran Ultra Gohan forever until UG4's drop, and then that's kind of what killed the game for me. UG4's release. I think UG4's release was very unhealthy for the game, but yeah, that
Okay.
used my
Okay.
goat on boost when he was top.
Yeah, nah, that's valid. I mean, it definitely sucks when stuff that's out of your control happens where you just
Yeah.
like can't, hop on when you want to when one of your favorite units is dropping. So I get that. And then I think my last question I got for you is that obviously I know that big stan of Ultra SS2 Gohan and all that, but for the future going forward, what's like an all-time, if there is one left, like just dream unit that you're still maybe holding out breath could drop sometime soon?
Oh god, I mean, honestly, dude, I don't know how to say this. I think my like it would be a Gohan. It'd have to be Beast. It'd have to be an Ultra Beast, but like I thought it'd be a strike based beast and it would ruin me. But I'm trying to think because I mean, in terms of like Gohan's forms, I have Super Saiyan 2 at 1, and then Ultimate Gohan's my second favorite one. And then
Okay.
Beast. So I mean, I guess Beast. I really like Ultimate Gohan. It's just a cool form, cool moment. It bums me out that Gohan constantly has to go through the same character arc, but just cool. I think it's dude hard, bro. Hard form to say the least, bro. What he does with Super Boo.
Yeah, we just gloss over Boo Tanks. That didn't happen. Don't worry about
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, same.
it.
Oh yeah, Boo.
just,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a blip. We won't talk about it. But yeah, nah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. And then last but not least, we got you, Obsto.
All right, what was your least favorite meta ever?
Oh, dude, Ultra Golden Frieza, LOE.
That's your worst ever?
Oh, dude. Between because I had a 14-star Ultra Go on day one, like night one. He released right before, like I got him 10 stars, and then the monthly sales reset, and I woke up when they reset and got him 14 stars. And then, but I was still like really green at the game, and the amount of flack I took from everyone who wasn't even playing, that I couldn't get God rank with the 14-star Ultra Gohan when every game was double mono purple. It was, oh man, that was what a time to be alive. Oh my god. That was, oh god, I hated that meta. I haven't played Legends really that much. I hated that meta. I didn't hate UG4 meta for that reason. UG4 meta I didn't like because it was too stale. And I'd been playing the game so much, I couldn't take it. Just got burnt out.
I get that.
Yeah. And on the same wavelength, what was your least favorite unit ever to fight against?
Golden fucking Frieza, bro. Oh.
Is there no one else?
Golden Frieza. The thing I have against Turles' comeback. Turles' comeback isn't relying on his Zenkais, which is good. But I mean, dude, Golden Frieza, dude. No unit in the game was immune to getting taken to 1 HP when he's on his setup with stars. But I will say, that Golden Frieza teams, my first big clips were me, LMS, 1v3, and 14-star UGFs. With like on LOE and stuff. I mean, God, I hate Ultra Golden Frieza. That man's not top 10. I don't want to see that man ever again.
Oh, so you're gonna give him nightmares, bro?
I hope so,
bro. No, I'm giving them nightmares, bro. I got my Go Triku. Dude. Oh man, I had 10-star UI in a dream. I couldn't, dude, because even UI was taken to 1 HP. I didn't even like using UI because of the gauge. The gauge is just not my playstyle. But yeah.
All right, so I think that may sum up the questions. So you got any additional questions for Vander?
Nope.
Awesome. All right, well, once again, we appreciate you joining the podcast this week, Vander. And, for the listeners out there, we'll definitely put his social media links so you're able to check him out, follow him on Twitter, Twitch, and on TikTok. So that way, if you want to see more of his content, you'll be able to do so. All right, now moving on to Dragon Ball related news. As you guys know, the Dragon Ball Sparking game is set to release very, very soon. I believe on the 11th of October. So we are about a 1 week away, or a little less than that. There's a 3-day early access, which that should be on either the 8th or the 9th. Anyone who's got digital codes, you're probably in the clear because there is, some strikes going on off the piers. So if there's anything you're trying to get delivered, you might be SOL, but fingers crossed that doesn't affect your plans like me, and you'll be able to play the game when you're supposed to within the next couple of days. But there's plenty of spoilers online as well. So if you are trying to, play the game spoiler free, I suggest you take a break off social media because it's everywhere. Also, we just got a new Dragon Ball Sparking trailer as well, doing clips of the open cinematic. So if you want to check that out, please do, because it is hella clean. But that is it for this week's episode. So again, you can follow us on YouTube. You can also listen to the episode on Spotify as well. Don't forget to follow Glow's Twitch account as well, because he does stream from time to time. And then also, if you want to follow us, our Twitch links, well, not Twitch, but our Twitter links will be in the description box below. So if you want to check out any of our hot takes, posts, or any other random stuff, please do. But without further ado, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week.
Hey, yo, hold up. Hate to be that guy.
Oh, pause.
Yeah. So I'm going to be, the guy who hopefully drives up the engagement in terms of kind of keeping the watch time up. Because I just remembered that I didn't actually talk about why I dropped the game. So, yeah, I glossed over that, so my bad. So for those of y'all who listen to the very end, hi, how's it going? So the reason why I did is because of the fact that, truth be told, for the last couple of months, I really just, my interest has been like on the decline. I'll be honest with you. Like ever since I think post Annie, I just it became a point where it felt as though I was kind of like clocked into a second job almost with the game in terms of how I felt about it. I wasn't trying to acknowledge it because it's Dragon Ball. I don't want to hate being involved with experience that involves Dragon Ball, but I mean it's just a matter of where I can recognize now in hindsight that it wasn't the move that I should have definitely taken a break or something like that sooner, but it reached a breaking point where we went ahead and had the reset for obviously Ultra Turles dropping, and I mean again, the first team that I ever really decided to want to go ahead and main and pick up was Sun Family with that just before band that we got for first anniversary with the second coming trio with Goten, Gohan, and Goku. And that team I love to death. I mean that really fostered my love for the tag, and it's always a tag I go back to whenever I'm trying to have some good fun. And I mean, sure enough, you have two characters that have great bias for Goku and Gohan. What can go wrong? But even with that, I just wasn't having the best of times, and I saw the Ultra Turles dropped, and I mean, I'll keep it a buck. Like everything about him just was cool. Like animations, art, all that kind of jazz. Like I mean, he just was a cool ass Ultra for like mid-tier hype character. I mean, damn, that was really dope of them to actually go off on him. But I woke up that morning, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him a shot because I do have the tools to go ahead and like make a PO team and like be like pretty good to use them on all that kind of stuff.
Oh man, I can see where this is going.
Yeah, so I went ahead and went in for about 15k and didn't get him off of that. Then I go on ahead and pick up enough CC to do another 15,000. Doesn't show up again a second time, and that is when I just stared at my phone for about a good 10 seconds, and I was like, "Yep, I'm done."
Wow.
I literally,
Yeah.
I closed out of the app. I'm like, "Nope, I am either gonna take an indefinite hiatus or I'm just dead as done." Like I don't know. I needed to have that one final push to just get me off the fence. That was it. So
Dang.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, for me, I literally it was literally my job at one point. I was clocking in and going live, and I hated it.
Yep.
So I mean, I'm gonna go get another a real job again, and take a break from this game. And I mean, I came back at a good time for me at least.
They really need to add a pity system to the Ultra banners, because being able to go in that deep and not show anything for it is ridiculous. It's actually
dude, 30,000 in a single time that he popped up.
Dude, with my over 90,000 CC, I'll be happy with an Ultra even if I get one. Just one.
The rates are abysmal. The fact that he's
that's
having
exactly
a cope
why.
like that, with that much CC, it's not even that strong of a guarantee you're going to get more than one of them. I mean, that's just stupid. I don't know.
As happy as I was that Gohan got an Ultra, I was actually not looking forward in the slightest to summoning.
Of course, Ultra banners are dog shit.
I got lucky though. At 50k, I got a 14. It was perfect. I re-upped. I had this is what I get. This is what I'm doing. This is how much more I'm summoning, and I got him with 7k to spare. I was like, thank God I got lucky on him, man. I'm at Vegito Blue, 65k, 5 stars.
You know what tech I've been using to summon whenever I need to go in on banners? I don't know what it is with the algorithm, or if it just detects that you're on Wi-Fi or something, but I put my shit on actual the cellular networks instead of using my Wi-Fi, and then I summon, and I always have better luck doing that, because every time I summon on the Wi-Fi, I don't get none of the actual units, but as soon as I switch to the actual towers around me, that's when I start actually pulling the units in 1 to 2 to 3 rotations. So that might be the tech. I don't know.
My tree crew luck has actually been a joke. I think I'm at around 70 plus medals, and I pulled them 2 times.
Turn off Wi-Fi and see what happens, and you might get lucky.
Yeah.
But sorry to hear about that, Desla though, man. Yeah, that is crazy stuff.
I mean, it is what it is, man. Again, I'm frankly, it's to the point where I gotta count my blessings where I can, because I mean, it not only has it, it's thankfully gotten me out of gacha hell, which is fantastic. But on top of that, it's given me, honest to God, a respect for Turles to where, like, he's going to be part of my main rotation for Sparking Zero, just so we're clear. Just for that alone, the fact that he got me, the fact that he got me out of, like, frankly, just a game that I was not fucking with for, like, 3 or 4 months, I gotta, get my props to the man. So, hey, you know what? For the time being, I will use the guy consistently, Sparking Zero. So, there you go.
Turles is being your savior one way or another, either in Legends or in Sparking Zero. Well, we're still glad to keep you on the podcast and stuff, and we'll still be talking the meta hot takes, news and updates, etc. And whenever you decide to jump back into Dragon Ball Legends and stuff, we'll definitely be more than happy to have you. I know people will be really excited to run into you in PvP or talk any other additional meta hot takes or team builds, etc. So we'll keep that in mind. But outside of that, any other surprises y'all got for me? Like, sheesh, we take a 1 week break and then this shit happens?
Nah. It's all good, bro. It's all good.
All right. Just looking left, I'm looking right. I think we're good. Well, on that note, for those who are still listening, again, we appreciate your time. And again, you can check out the episodes on YouTube and on Spotify. And we will catch you guys again next week.